Are we kicked off?
Okay.
Sam.
Yes, we're kicked off. He's not saying anything. He's doing the cameraman thing.
Sam, are we kicked off? Sam, are you alive?
Remember, he's the mystery man behind the camera.
Sam, come over here.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Sam, come on.
He doesn't want to be the guy in the camera.
Don't be shy.
He wants to be special. He wants to be that one guy.
Tonight on
Since I'm
Misfit
sitting,
Monsters
he's gonna have the
Presents.
layout of everybody.
There you go.
Misfit
And get clapped by
Monsters
Jamin.
Sam, I'm not starting until you come over here and come on camera.
That
In fact, I'm going to remain completely silent.
won't happen, so
Well, at least you
have
talked.
fun.
Silently sitting here.
It's proven that we're not talking to the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Unless the darkness is named Sam.
Is anyone watching?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not looking.
You can catch us on the Ryzen IRC channel under Misfit Monsters if you're interested.
Yeah, unfortunately right now we're still working out trying to get a moderator in our actual Twitch chat. So we'll get that very soon. By the time we have our next game, we will. How are we doing there?
We're doing. No, there's.
Is there anyone? Come on.
No.
What are you doing? What you doing?
Hey, it's fine. Just don't ignore the person with the telephone watching people.
Okay, I will ignore. So the reason that we're streaming today is because of the fact that when we did our game on Sunday, unfortunately, because of Dave, we have...
This is Dave.
This is Dave for the moment.
Meet Dave.
Because of Dave, part of the file... It's not actually because of Dave. Part of the file at the very beginning, about an hour's worth, was lost. And it's actually due to XSplit. Somehow it went through and recorded, and then at one point it just sort of jumped and then started recording again using the same numbers from the beginning. So we're going to basically do a quick intro to everything. We're going to talk about the game, the setting, all that kind of stuff. And actually, I just realized I forgot something. All right, just keep talking, people. Everyone else keep talking.
Have Dave dance in Jamin's spot. There we go.
So, Dave, where were you on the night we were recording?
Okay, I'm back.
I was here, in this very room.
Messing up your recording.
That couch I'm going to fall into.
That's why it's so
We have
comfy.
dubbed it the
I know.
slouch couch.
I love this couch.
I didn't realize when you guys were over here gaming that you were like in the slouch couch.
Yeah.
And you
it's
kept
really
telling him to
great.
sit up and sit forward because
Now I realize how difficult that
Yeah.
truly is. All right.
I feel left out. So.
Just sorry, I gotta get my notes. Totally forgot to grab those. So, because they're going to be important as we all sit here with electronics, which we should probably put away. So we're going to start. We're just basically going to be recording this mostly for the YouTube. The other thing is also the Twitch, unfortunately, never recorded because Dave never checkmarked the box that said archive recordings. And by Dave, I mean me. We're just going to blame Dave for everything because unfortunately Dave couldn't be here today. So representing Dave today is Sailor Moon. Nobody look at those notes. Those notes are not for public.
Wait, they could see these
You.
notes?
No.
Oh, you're talking about
You,
me?
you,
I
who was
won't
looking
look
over
at-
my shoulder.
I won't look at the notes.
Okay, this one you can. These are the cast. I sent this to everyone.
Well, that's good. I'm looking.
Okay. So
I don't think that was sent to everyone.
I sent it in an email to
Dave
everyone
didn't
on
get
the
it.
email.
Dave
I
did
don't
not
think
get
I
it.
didn't get that. I don't think I got that either.
You
It
did.
doesn't matter. Anyway.
You were linked in it.
You can,
Are we gonna have this discussion
No, it's
live?
fine.
You really want to have this
I
discussion
probably
right
didn't
now?
check it.
Okay.
I probably read the email. I was like, "That's good, Jamin."
There's an attachment on the email. Just
Yeah, I probably didn't see
Yep.
that.
paper clips there. You know.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis. So, all right.
But you
Don't
love
feel
us.
sorry for him.
No.
Okay. Is everybody ready to start doing this?
Yes.
Okay. So remember, this is for YouTube. So be professional.
For YouTube? That's hilarious.
Be you
How do we start?
a long time ago.
Nope.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Done.
No. It's
And
In
then,
Galarian
like,
Farm.
We just got shut down. We're
not
done.
mad at that anymore.
We're over. It was great while it lasted, guys. Bye. It was wonderful. Okay.
There's a
see-
thunderstorm starting. We might want to not take too long.
Yeah.
I don't think the phrase "a long time ago" is really that unique a phrase
Yeah, I
that
don't
we
think it's-
became. I'm pretty sure it was used before 1977. Just want to throw that out there. And we didn't,
Once upon a time. That should be free, right?
Once upon a time.
There were
Yeah.
5 little geeks.
once upon
And
a
they
fate-
decided they wanted to share their geekiness with the whole wide world.
For sharing?
For sharing.
It's caring.
Okay, I have a way. Okay.
These are on the inner tubes and they're not clogged.
This is, I don't know what I'm doing.
Is there a motorboat that
You're
pulls inner
composing
tubes?
yourself.
Yes, like I'm
will totally
gathering myself
follow
together.
that ride.
All right. So we're gonna do 5 seconds of silence, and then we're gonna begin.
We're already broadcasting.
Yeah.
No, I mean we're doing. Look, I am going to, from the broadcast that we're doing, we're going to take from that the recording that we're going to put on YouTube.
But this
We're not
is
going to put
gold!
all of this onto YouTube. No?
This is character development.
This is character
Everyone
development.
is learning about my character right now.
I'm trying to be professional. I really am. Fine. We are the Misfit Monsters, in case you hadn't figured that one out. Hi. We're the Misfit Monsters.
It's actually cooling.
We're actually, it's myself, Jamin. Okay, see, that's why I want to start over now.
Just go.
See,
late.
now it's...
We're proving we're misfits. Please
Yeah,
go.
right. So my name is Jamin. I'm the GM. This is
Dave.
no you.
You okay?
Maybe you shouldn't point with David.
I'm Lucas.
All right.
Hello, whatever we're talking about.
We're starting over. Hi, my name is Jamin. I'm the GM, and this is
Lucas.
and this is
Elise.
and this is
Krista Lee.
and this is
Dave.
All right. And we are starting our channel doing a game of Pathfinder. Oh my goodness.
This
and
is
we're
so much better when we were like...
I know, right?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
This feels pretty on point to me.
All right, we're doing a game called Shattered Fates. It's a Pathfinder game, and unfortunately, when we started it, for some reason, the first hour of our entire Twitch broadcast didn't get recorded. So we're going to go over pretty much everything for you. And I'm doing a terrible job of it, so there's going to be a lot of jump cuts in that YouTube video.
I'm so very glad that new users, new viewers are just watching this right now.
I know. They're like, what is this thing that they
So
are
make
doing?
sure to tell your friends to log on to Twitch now.
Which
so
I
they
did.
get the full
Right.
experience.
There is a few
Yep.
people already.
This is authentic.
watching.
This is real.
I already shared it on Twitter and Facebook too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, it was so much better on Sunday, but it's Tuesday now, so we're all like spent. All right, so the name of the game is Shattered Fates. It takes place in the Pathfinder universe, specifically in the city of Absalom, which is the city at the center of the world. Now, the city of Absalom has existed within this world at this point for thousands of years. And it has always existed as an independent city. Many people throughout the years have attempted to lay siege to it, and every single one of them has failed. We are actually going to be beginning just outside of Absalom in a place called Westerhold. It's sort of like a suburb of sorts, just outside of the walls. And Sam right now is walking past.
Scene number. Do you want the map up?
What's that? No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Everything's fine. We're doing it in post.
Everything.
People are watching it live right now.
Fine.
So
I can't bring up that map is the problem. I'd have to set up all of the other servers and stuff
okay.
and all that kind of
So
stuff.
tune in
I'm very sorry.
to the next actual episode. Well, not episode.
There'll
the
be
next
footnotes.
video, and you'll get to see all the cool maps.
Yeah, unfortunately, the maps I can't do. I apologize. They'll be in the video, and this will obviously be cut out as well. There's a lot of jump cuts so far.
I think it's great. It's raw.
Yeah. So yeah, the city of Absalom, in Westerhold, and I'm trying to use my hand to show the city itself. Actually, if anyone wants to look it up right now, go to Gmail and type Pathfinder Absalom, and then an image search. You'll find a ton of pictures of the city itself. In fact, if you want more information about the Pathfinder world, I'm going to try to do my best while we play and everything else to fill people and the players in on the different places and information. But there's actually just a Pathfinder wiki that has all the information. Like, if I say Absalom, you can just type in Absalom, look it up, and they'll have the entire description of it there. Keeping in mind, though, that I likely will be destroying the world fairly quickly on, but you'll still at least have that as its history and background and everything else.
It's a starting point.
You got it.
Exactly.
So we start there in the Wassenberg Academy. The Wassenberg Academy is run by Wilhelm. What was that?
You have to stand up straight in his
Oh,
presence.
sorry. Headmaster Verner von Wassenberg. Now, Werner von Wassenberg is a man who believes in absolute order, and he believes in discipline. But he believes that every child, no matter where they come from, with a bit of discipline, can actually become a part of the world, a useful part of the world. Now, of course, he does believe that the majority of the best of these children come from rich stock. And that typically orphans and things of that nature are ones who do not. Now, the player characters are playing orphans who have been allowed into the school.
Dead Parents Club.
Yep. They've been allowed into the school because of the fact that a group of trustees was able to take over a portion of the school when Werner's father was in charge. So Werner is not very happy about the fact that these orphans are making his way in. Now, tuition for these orphans is actually being paid for by a woman named Viola. Viola is a Pathfinder bard who has been traveling all across the world. She's been searching for something. Nobody knows exactly what that is that she's been searching for, but in her travels, she's come across a number of different orphans from different situations that have happened. And because of the fact that she was once, when she was very young, an orphan herself, and the parents who took her in were extremely rich and wealthy, but still named her as their own, she feels a certain place in her heart for all orphans across the world, and uses that wealth that she has to pay for those orphans and their tuition, to allow them to have a better start. And that's sort of where we begin the story. We actually begin it with Dave's character,
Played by Sailor Moon.
played by Sailor Moon, and
Typecast,
Crystal
of course.
Lee's character making their way in. Now, at this point, they haven't yet been fully introduced. They've just been sort of seen off on the side as they're entering into the gates of the school itself. And they were seen by a young 8-year-old boy? 8-year-old boy by the name of Parnell.
Practically 9.
Practically 9.
Essentially 9, in fact.
You done? You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
They know now.
So Parnell saw them off in the distance, and at the same time that he saw them, he happened to see a number of bullies trying to mess with his friend by the name of Corwin. Now, Corwin is stock and short, young little boy, a bit pudgy, and eats probably far too much even for his own age. But he is only 5 years old, so he's much younger than many of the other orphans. Now, the two people who are picking on this poor young boy are a wealthy young boy named Lambert, who comes from and this is where I need to take a moment to look at my notes, the Bastille family. And with him is his little toady, Caspar, who literally has a very toad-looking face. And he's sort of that, like, yes man in training, as it were. And so the two of them are picking on this poor young boy, and a curious Parnell sees both these new children coming in, and also sees his friend. So what does he do?
I run over to my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Totally ignore him.
Yep.
Go up to the toady and Lambert,
Mm-hmm.
and explain that I think the trustees are here, and you're getting dust on your coat, and what will they think? And they should probably check out what's going on. And I think she's royalty because she has blue hair. Not necessarily in this order.
Mm-hmm. Now, another person is there as well, but she, I believe, what was she doing?
I like to hide
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
And what did you have?
Rocks.
Yep. And what were you going to do with those
I
rocks?
was gonna throw the rocks at Lambert because he's really mean and he picks on my friends, and I thought that throwing rocks at his face would be better.
Okay.
So
So instead of helping Corwin, you just hid with rocks.
Well, I mean, I'm helping him by throwing rocks at somebody.
But are you throwing them right now?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna. I had the rock in my hand. I just didn't do it yet. And then somebody came by, and then they all left. So I just, kept hidden.
So, while she remained hidden, Parnell took the two young boys away from Corwin to go and see these new orphans who had made their way in. Oh, I forgot to say, what's your character's name?
Christiana.
Thank you very much.
Also known as Chris.
To only a select few.
Mm-hmm.
Now, upon returning, they were only able to see one of the orphans who had arrived. And that orphan was by the name of...
Mishka Maroz.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mishka, you're the one with the blue hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Frosty blue.
Okay. So now Mishka was coming in and happened to see these three boys who were staring at her. But one of them stood out. Now, the reason why that one stood out is because of the fact that every single one of the boys at the school wears a uniform. Each of them has a tie, each of them has a vest, each of them has a jacket, each of them has pants that are very specific, and they have to be worn exactly right. Now, Parnell, his tie was down a little bit. His collars, and back behind, his collars were cut to make them loose, and just sort of his general demeanor did not hold the same as many of the other boys. And so he stood out to Mishka. And they had one brief moment of seeing each other before being parted again by Viola, who was guiding the young Mishka inside. Now, inside of the building they were going into, which was, as a matter of fact, the headmaster's own home. Now, the headmaster's home is a building constructed specifically to intimidate people. It is a very tall, Gothic-looking building that uses its shapes inwards to create shadows, to make it look as though the building itself is looming towards all who enter. So as the young Mishka was coming in and entering each of the halls of this wood place, now Mishka loves the cold, don't you? Now this place was cold, wasn't it?
Not like a good cold.
What kind of cold was it?
It was bad cold. There are no good people here.
And so as she made her way through the wooden and very intimidating halls of this place, she was brought forth to the headmaster's office. And in the headmaster's office, she met, sitting at a seat in front of this desk. Oh, maybe I should describe that. So the office itself that she stepped into was a very large office, also made of wood, and upon the walls were pictures of various different people, each extremely similar to one another, some with broken noses, a few with different scars, maybe one had more bags under the eyes than some of the others, but all of the eyes on each of these paintings was staring directly at two chairs sitting in front of a giant mahogany desk that seemed small in comparison to the room, which only made the room loom towards it even more.
I think all these people on the wall, they look like same people.
They do. And they're all staring directly at you as you step up towards the chair. Now, sitting at the other chair was another young boy, sandy-haired, with ears that rose up, much like icicles, kind of coming off from the side.
I want to touch the ears.
Now, this is...
Currently, Dave's ears.
Wait, hold on. Here, we're just kind of making them a little pointier. There we go. So Dave, this is Dave's character by the name of Hamish, a young half-elf who has been moving around from orphanage to orphanage to orphanage. And by, as a matter of fact, Viola. Now, when Viola brings Mishka in, sees that Hamish is there, at first is shocked, but then also happy to see Hamish, and is then told by a mysterious voice behind the desk that she is to leave and let him continue the interview. Now, the man who is sitting at the chair, who no one even knew was in the room, including Hamish, who had been sitting there for some time waiting, turns his chair around and reveals himself to be the headmaster, Verner von Vossenberg. Now, I'm not doing the accent.
No, you have to do the accent.
Fine. Werner von Vossenberg is a man who comes from Uslav, and he has a very thick Uslavian accent. Actually, it's fairly light. He has been living here in Andron for some time, so most of it comes from his father and his grandfather. But it's very light now. He tries to use it in certain moments to seem more intimidating. So in moments when he's trying to be such, he allows the accent to become far more outward than it is at other times. But of course, when he's trying merely to talk to people and get them closer to him, the accent is able to be removed somewhat. Now, in talking to these young children, Verner explains to each of them that they'll be given a bed and everything about their education, but also explains to them that because of the fact that they are orphans, that does mean that it's very likely that they're not going to get very far regardless. But he will do his best to bring them forward and make them something useful in society.
To make it sound a lot nicer than he did.
Well, that's how he thinks of it.
It's because he is a poopy head.
And how did you feel about it?
I felt he was a very bad man. I think he looks down on me. But I like Hamish. Hamish is a good boy.
You didn't like him at all?
The headmaster?
No, I thought he was pretty nice.
No, he was scary and mean. I am 6. He is big scary man.
That's it. All right.
Big scary man.
So after their short interview, he has them leave, but not before telling Hamish to return a bear back onto his desk. Now you see, Hamish has a bit of a problem. He tends to steal. Since he's been moving from orphanage to orphanage to orphanage, well, he's picked up a nasty habit that, because of the fact that he never really has anything that he truly owns, he just takes from everyone around him. And so he tried taking a small little bear figurine from on top of the desk of the headmaster, and unfortunately was caught, already getting his first demerit on his very first day of being in the Vossenberg Academy. When the two went outside, Viola was out there waiting for them, and instead of taking them to their classes, instead what she did was she told them to wait there on the bench and went inside, at which point the two children began hearing extremely loud voices coming from inside of his office. Now, I believe, did you attempt to listen in?
I did, but Hamish tells me there's something is wrong with the door. I cannot hear.
Of course. And so, because you couldn't hear, it did actually give you and Hamish a little bit of a chance to talk, didn't it? And so, what did you think of Hamish?
Hamish is a very nice boy. I like Hamish.
I like you too. We'll cut that out.
Nope, leaving it in.
And so,
We're friends.
that is actually the point at which we left everything. Viola had gone in, she comes back out again, takes the two children, and begins taking them off to class. At this point, you're now going to be able to listen to us do this live and as an actual role-playing game, rather than us just trying to tell you and fill you in on some of the stuff that happened up to this point. I just wish to say a few things before we go, and that is just the fact that I wish to thank everybody who happened to be there for our very first broadcast. It's really awesome that you were there, and I'm going to tell you right now, it made me feel great, like it was amazing. Thank you. Yeah, you have to make sure Dave can see.
There are people in the actual chat that I want to make sure if there are any last minute questions or anything like that in the actual Twitch chat.
Oh, okay.
So, ignore the person with the telephone.
Okay. Yeah, and I just wish to say thank you. And I also want to say, if you have any questions, we can answer them. But yeah, let's not.
Yeah. On mute.
Yeah. I'll just,
no! Is there a way that I can? I don't know how this works. Can I actually mute this?
Can you tech?
No! I'm an engineer and I don't know what I'm doing on this.
You can't understand the volume.
I mean, I can. Haha! There's a volume button.
Okay. So let's see. What do we got for a few questions?
So, are there any questions from the few people on our Twitch chat?
Yeah, somebody was saying, can I ask? Good job, guys. Thanks.
Can I
Please
ask?
don't cut out that voice.
The doll here is representing our one player that cannot be here, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is quite the magical girl, so
Life
we
size.
thought that it would be appropriate. Anyway, somebody said that we deserve a follow. We're really excited that you think that we are worthy of following.
That's
This is
awesome.
Hilarious.
So actually, this is
Where
just.
did we get the story from?
Where did we get the story?
Yeah.
Actually, the story. Okay, so the world is already created, but the story is mine. This isn't an adventure that we're running. This is actually like. So how do I explain it? When I run games, what I do is I kind of go, okay, here's going to be the general setting, right? So we're doing an orphanage, and then I let them come up with their characters and who kind of they want to be and where they want to be from, and then I use that to build the story. So the story itself is actually going to be something that comes from their choices, my running it, everything kind of blending together, and I kind of just make it up as I go. I have a sense of ending, I have a sense of what the villains are doing, I know what every NPC is doing and what they're thinking and everything like that. But the way I like to do it is I like to make sure that player choice is far more important, or is the story. Yeah, so that's fine.
I'm sure they're all want to know this question. Is this a short story or a novella? Like
This is an epic.
oh,
So this is gonna. Our hope is that this is gonna go on for a while. If we get a following on Twitch and people want to watch, then we'll do it on Twitch.
And share away.
Is this
If
gonna be
you
like-
are actually, if you enjoy us here, well, usually we're not all laid out in one little row, but if you
Yeah.
really like it and you want more, please make sure to share with everyone. And we've got a Twitter, we've got a Facebook.
But to be fair, as long as we even have one person watching, we'll keep streaming it. Because we're gonna do it anyways. I mean,
Right.
truth be told,
That you not to inflate your ego any more than
Okay.
it already is. Someone said that you should write stories, that they think that you're pretty great.
thank you. I appreciate that. Someday it may happen.
For now, we will just be the character.
there's
Yeah,
a compliment quota, just so you're aware. So
Honestly, though, there's some enjoyment I get from having my friends around and giving them like a novel of a story that then sort of they get to have in their brains for the rest of their life.
oh, my
So,
birthday!
Oh.
Such a good gift.
So yeah, and we just figured, because I've been doing it since I was 13, we might as well do one of these live and see what everyone else thinks. So that was kind of the thought. Any other questions?
So far, no. I am seeing a lot of praise.
Okay, great, cool.
Not to inflate your ego.
No, but you should praise these guys because, I mean, honestly, watch the video. If you haven't watched it yet, watch it.
And when will
Every
they see
one
this
of them,
video?
they're A game. It's amazing.
When will they be
yes.
seeing this lovely
So,
video that we keep talking about?
When we're done here streaming, I'm going home and I am basically doing final cuts. I'm not going to bed tonight until it's done, so it will be up there tomorrow morning. And then, yeah. One other thing really quick is the fact that in order for our channel on YouTube to have a real name, to actually have Misfit Monsters rather than some weird string of numbers and letters, we have to have 500 subscribers, which is ridiculous. I don't know if we'll ever get it, but if you have friends...
If you
We
have
will
friends
get
that
it.
you keep sending this video to.
She has friends.
I do. All of my people from my anime list, I think you guys are awesome, and thank you very much.
And I have family.
And I have family, yeah!
Yeah, I plan on getting my sister to subscribe. So if we can get those 500 at least on that end, we can then get a name, which I would really like to have. But it's not necessary. But if we can get it, cool. If we can't, whatever.
And while, before we end this stream,
I'm
sorry, I'm trying to
flummoxed right
find an
now.
email. Okay. I am copying the link to our YouTube into the chat for anyone that is interested in looking at it.
Cool.
You can also find us on Twitter at Misfit Monsters. You can also find us on Facebook.
All the medias.
All the
All
media.
the medias.
All the medias.
What? Tell them what our Facebook is.
Right now, our Facebook ran into a little real name policy problem, so it is Miss space Fit Monsters. It is listed as a TV show. I hope to have that corrected shortly, but Facebook told me it could take up to 7 days to have that reviewed. But you can find us there, and there will be links to the YouTube and the Twitch channel. We will keep you updated with our schedule and when we will be airing, and we can answer questions you may have on both of those platforms.
So, once again,
We might have
Twitter,
questions for you too,
Twitch,
though. Just
YouTube,
saying.
Facebook, and also we are
IRC
on
channel.
IRC all day on the Ryzen server at the channel. I am. The channel is Misfit Monsters.
So I have a really quick question for everyone.
Told you.
Yeah. So
Oh, where did we get the name from? Sorry.
Misfit
I'm going to
Monsters?
keep interrupting when we get
No,
questions.
it's fine. Misfit Monsters, actually, I got that from, if you've ever read The Order of the Stick, it's a webcomic that's amazing. And in
Read
the
it.
yeah, it's really good. In the very beginning of it, there's this, in the very first section, they're going through this like dungeon or whatever, and they go across this bridge at one point. There's all these monsters underneath, and no one recognizes the monsters, and they ask them, and they're like, oh, those are all the monsters that didn't get moved over from 2nd edition to 3rd edition. And that's what the Misfit monsters are. They're these like really bizarre monsters that just kind of were too weird for 3rd edition, and that's us. to be
nutshell,
fair.
that's
and
us.
and that's, I don't know, I think that just the name just seemed to fit our personalities very well. So I don't know.
At least one of the two applies to all of us. So
So we have the game on the next session for our game is on the 30th. I don't know if we'll be able to get anything else out before then, but I wanted to know because myself and David had talked about the possibility of doing like solo sessions. He really wants to do a thing with spies where he'd be like a James Bond type thing, and I just do like a solo game for him. Would that be something that might interest you guys? Because if it would, yeah, then we'll kind of start working on that and get that put together, and that might be something we can do like on the opposite weeks kind of a thing, and that would be just short run, and then I could do something with Elise, and I could do something with Crystal Lee, and I could do something with Luke, and that kind of stuff, and we could just do like shorter little kind of fun games kind of thing. It won't be a giant epic, it'll just be kind of things like that. So
someone said that you have a pretty nice hat.
thank you.
They also asked if we were at Comic-Con, and
Nope.
no.
She was
but
at Gen
someone
Con,
said you were
though.
at Gen Con. Yep, I was at Gen Con. Maybe if everyone really likes this and this somehow gets very popular, we could go all to Gen Con. That clearly
dressed up
is
as our
a
characters.
Obviously.
big fantasy, but you never know.
Alright.
Now Jamin is looking at it. You should be
Oh,
telling
we have-
them about the campaign more. And
What-
I
what's
should
your
be just
question for them?
filtering this.
Well, I wanted to see if they had a response to
What's
that.
your question
and
for
so-
them?
Give him a minute.
Well,
That would be a good question for social media.
Yeah.
That was
Yes,
my
it would.
question for them.
Oh,
Well, what
If they would be interested in that, in the
Oh.
one-on-one solo stuff.
Okay.
So,
fair enough.
I'm would hope that whatever
What
it
is
is
this?
that we.
what
is this? Yeah.
No, that's at the very
Yeah.
last one. Who's that? Lexicilly? Hi, Lexicilly. We're just really quick going through. We, on Sunday, we had a session for a game that I'm running. And we unfortunately had a technical mishap. And so today we were doing a real quick introduction of it. Just kind of fill everyone in on the game itself. And then we can put it all up on YouTube so everybody can watch that introductory session. If you're interested in going there, you want to throw the YouTube link in there again? It won't be up till tomorrow because I got to edit it tonight. But tomorrow morning, if you just want to hop over there, maybe even give it a quick subscribe, then you can at least take a peek. And if you like it, you can stay subscribed. And if you don't like it, then unsubscribe. It's cool.
Or share with everyone because you're in love with it so much.
Oh, what else do we have there?
That's it.
She'll.
Yeah.
Alright.
What?
Thank you. Thank you. This is why
We're taking care of the social
DM
media,
cannot
all
handle
right?
these things. Did you like how we both threw up the hands? At you?
Wow. All right.
That was pretty good.
Well, guys, actually, that's
Oh,
gonna
what
be.
are our names? Sorry.
You want to do names
Hey,
again?
People keep asking. I am just gonna keep going with this.
So this is
Our names are
Lucas.
character game names.
oh
oh,
yeah, names
okay.
are character names.
okay. So we'll do both.
Yep.
Okay. Lucas, also known as Parnell Zor. Parnell Mishka Zor, which is
Are you ready? Are you done? Am I good? Can I move on? Right.
the Magnificent.
The bold, the brave.
I'm Crystalie, otherwise known as Mishka Maroz.
And I am Elise, and I play Christiana Phalantis.
And this is Dave, and he plays
My
Hamish.
name is David. I play Hamish.
Hello, my name is David. I play Hamish. I'm a half elf. Yeah. My name is Jamin, and I'm the game master. And
Jamin the GM.
Jamin the GM. Sure,
Kinda
that works.
rolls off
Kind
the
of
tongue.
moves
It's
in
good
that kind of way.
alliteration.
Yeah.
All right, guys, are we pretty done here? Because I got
think
some
we're
editing
done.
to do.
I don't know if they're. Oh, everyone still is in love with Dave. Even as
I know.
a Sailor Moon figurine, everyone loves Dave.
It's actually his eyes. Would you not agree that
Yes,
those
they're
are
so
Dave's eyes?
majestic. If Dave was here, I'm sure he would be singing everyone's praises. Yes.
Take this away from him.
So, all right.
Oh, by the way, I warned everyone. My laugh.
Oh, what else do we get? What else do we do?
What else do we do? Nothing else
Nothing.
yet online. This is our first venture into anything online at the moment.
Yes, I agree that Dave is very cute.
For him.
For me. Oh, that's right. Actually,
Yes,
Crystalie
yeah.
does have stuff that she does. She's an anthropologist of
Yes.
gaming. It's amazing.
I am a game scholar. I also broadcast with the Technophiles podcast. I do 2 shows with them. I can link them on the social media if anyone's interested. That's not game focused. That's more science and technology.
I am an engineer by day. And I guess gamer at night. So
I am a technician with a political science degree.
I have a computer animation degree and I play League of Legends.
And that's us as people. Yeah.
So,
Hey everybody, thanks for coming.
Yep.
But we're gonna end it for now, so I can edit this and get it on YouTube.
all right. Once again, catch us on Twitter, Misfit Monsters, Facebook.
Say it faster, I'm turning it off.
Monsters, IRC Ryzen at Misfit Monsters, and that's about it.
That's
We're
everything.
not streaming.